AVAV is aerospace, it's defense, it's all that type of thing. It's an exciting company, of course, in the markets that we're trading in, but they kind of disappointed a little bit, Mark. What do I mean by that? The sales are up 4%. Yeah, that's great. Year over year, you got to love that. But when you look at the guidance, you've got to be able to execute when you put out your guidance, or they're going to sell it. They don't care about the quarter that they just are giving you in front of and all the numbers. The real move is always going to come from the guidance. And this guidance, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't horrific, but it wasn't very strong. And when you look at a stock that's actually trading with a PE in the 60s, we just got done talking about a stock that's trading 8. This is in the 60s. That's a bit of a problem. And I look at it, that's why the stock, I think, is down 15%. It's right in the middle of where it's been when you look at the 116 on the low side, 236 on the high side, and yet here we are trading at about 165, now 171. This is a stock that I'd keep an eye on it, but I'm not ready to jump, even though it is something, and we'd have to see some options to get me dragged in there, Mark. But this is something that fits into the Donald Trump world, right? I mean, so this is one of those those spaces that we talk about, aerospace, defense. That's probably where some money's going to flow to. So maybe they're going to be able to get fortunate to get that, and then maybe that pushes them up. But right now, the real problem is the guidance does not look all that great.
The whole Trump effect story as it comes to aerospace and defense is not totally clear, Pete. And I think that's what a lot of analysts are starting to say, which is if he comes in and things calm down in Russia, Ukraine, things calm down in the Middle East, things get better globally, which is part of the expectation, right? That Trump actually has believe it or not, a cooling or a calming effect as it relates to volatility on the global stage. Maybe we don't need more bullets, or maybe we don't need as many bullets as we would need if there was continued saber rattling. So do we expect him to top up? Yes. Are our supplies, as it relates to munitions, missiles, things like that, badly depleted? Yes, they have been for a while. But if things calm down around the world, how long can that aerospace rally really continue? And I think that's part of what's giving traders pause to say, look, you came in at the midpoint on the guidance. Yeah, to your point, it's not terrible, but we would have been a lot happier if it was on the high point.